What's up, metalheads? Welcome back to another video, and I'm finally here for my 14th episode of my series, Rank It All. So yes, this is episode 14, getting very close to 15 episodes, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who has supported the series. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't mean to mess up on what I was saying, but yeah, I just want to say thanks to everyone who has actually supported the series so far, the first 13 episodes. Thank you for all the support on it. So I'm finally here to bring you guys the 14th one, and it's going to be for Metallica. And now I only have 9 of their albums on CD because the entry that I'm going to rank as the lowest, I'm never going to buy that on CD because I think it's easily their worst album. So other than that, let's go ahead and get started with this episode. Alright, number 10 is their 2003 album, Saint Anger. And you guys already know this because if you guys saw my top 10 worst metal albums of all time video, I had this at number 1 because I just can't get into the album. The title track and Some Kind of Monster are decent songs, and Frantic, those are 3 decent songs from the album. But the album as a whole, I just can't get into it because the snare is god awful. The lyrics aren't all that good in the songs. The songs are just way too long. This album is way too long to hear something that sounds like it's been beating against a fucking steel trash can. So easily their worst album. So let's move into number 9. Number 9 is the first part of the Load series, or whatever you want to call it, and it's Load, which is their 1996 album. And now, I don't think this album is bad, or as bad as Saint Anger, because at least on this one, it's actually their good drumming. Not anywhere near their best album, but it does have some good stuff on it, including Ain't My Bitch, 2x4, The House Jack Built, Until It Sleeps, King Nothing, Hero Today, Bleeding Me, Cure, Mama Said, The Thorn Within, and Outlaw Torn. So yeah, it's pretty much almost the whole album, but yeah, it's a pretty good album for what it is. Not nowhere near any of their best material, of course, but it's still decent and way better than that Saint Anger trash for damn sure. Okay, number 8 is the second half of the Load stuff, and it's Reload. And yeah, this album is pretty good. So yeah, it's number 8, and favorites on this album, Reload, would be Fuel, The Memory Remains, Unforgiven 2, Bad Seed, Low Man's Lyric, and Fixer. You guys are probably like, well, you like more songs on the album Load, but you're putting it lower than Reload. Yes, but for some reason I happen to think Reload is actually better. But yeah, and at number 8, Reload. Alright, so the next few entries might get me a little bit of slack, but I don't care because we all have our own opinions on albums no matter who we're ranking. But yeah, since this is Metallica, it's kind of easy for me to do, so yeah. So yeah, number 7 is their latest album, Hardwired to Self-Destruct. And I do understand that I have the deluxe edition, which has 3 discs instead of the 2 disc, which is just the standard edition. But either way, either version, this comes in at number 7. It's not bad. The drumming on it is great. All the songs are great, but it's got to have a place somewhere in my ranking, guys. Somewhere. So it's coming in at number 7. Alright, I know I'm getting through these kind of quick, but I just don't want the video to be too long for you guys. So, number 6 is going to have to be their first album, their debut album, Kill 'Em All. Great debut, one of the best thrash metal debuts of all time. You know, really great stuff. Definitely check it out. But favorites would be Hit the Lights, Four Horsemen, Anesthesia, Pulling Teeth, Whiplash, No Remorse, Seek and Destroy, and the closing track, Metal Militia, which is majority of the album. But yeah, great stuff. Just missing the top 5, but still a great album. And one of the best thrash debuts of all time in my opinion. Alright, I can't believe it, we're already at number 5, so let's go ahead and show it. Alright, number 5 might cut me some slack, but like I said, this is my opinion, my ranking. I know yours is going to be different than mine, but that's totally fine and understandable. But coming in at number 5 is their comeback album to their original sound almost, and that of course is 2008's Death Magnetic. Great album, and yes, this is the digipack version, because the album does come in jewel case and digipack, but when I went to the record store, I saw this in their selection, and I'm like, okay, here's that magnetic, I've been wanting to get this, so yeah, finally able to got it. So yeah, this is a pretty good album. Now, many people put this at like number 7 or 8 or 6 or wherever in their ranking, but me, it's number 5. I think it's a great album. You guys are probably thinking, how is this above Kill 'Em All? I think Kill 'Em All is great, but I think this album is better. Not much better, but slightly, so that explains why it's ahead of it. Not ahead of it by much, just one place, but that's fine. Alright, number 4. Number 4, 1988's And Justice for All. Amazing album, their first album with Jason Newsted, who replaced the late and great Cliff Burton. Definitely rest in peace to Cliff Burton. Their best bassist in my opinion, but yeah, many people complain about And Justice for All because they say they can't hear the bass or whatnot, but that's fine, but I still think it's a great album, and it don't matter who you are. When you're ranking Metallica, you definitely gotta have this somewhere in your top 4, whether it's number 4 or 3. I'm not expecting you to put it at 2 or 1, of course, but at least put it in like 4 or 3. But for me, it's number 4. Really great stuff. So, yeah. Favorites though would be Blackened, Eye of the Beholder 1, To Live Is to Die, Dyer's Eve, The Shortest Straw, The Frayed Ends of Sanity, just to name a few. But yeah, this whole album is fantastic. Definitely check it out, guys. And probably an essential for any metalhead out there, along with the next 2 that I'm about to reveal. Alright, number 3 in my ranking for Metallica is gonna have to be their last album with Cliff Burton, and it's Master of Puppets coming in at number 3. But yeah, my favorites from this album would be Battery, the title track, Master of Puppets, of course, great title track. Welcome Home Sanitarium, really love that song, amazing song. Disposable Heroes, which was one of the very first songs I've heard from Metallica for this album. Pretty underrated song. Orion, or Orion, however it's pronounced. It's an instrumental, I believe, but it's still a great song, for sure. Definitely one of the best instrumentals, and of course the closing track, Damage Inc. Great stuff here, guys. Another essential for any metalhead or metal fan out there. Definitely check it out. Number 3, Master of Puppets. And rest in peace, Cliff Burton. You're definitely missed, for sure. Alright, number 2. Now, this album is many people's number 1, and I can definitely see why, because it's a fantastic album, but it's not my number 1, but it's my number 2, and of course that is 1984's Ride the Lightning. Great stuff for sure. Once again, of course, another essential album for any metalhead or metal fan out there. Great stuff. Only 8 songs, but still fantastic album. Definitely love it. Great stuff, like I said. But yeah, Ride the Lightning, the title track is great. Fight Fire with Fire, great stuff, of course. For Whom the Bell Tolls, Fade to Black, The Call of Cthulhu. This whole album is fantastic, man. It's hard to pick favorites from it, but yeah, I enjoy this whole album though. Alright, and number 1 now, this is going to be very controversial compared to the rest of the rankings, but you guys probably heard me say this plenty of times throughout the months or whatever. But number 1 is 1991's self-titled, or the Black Album, whatever you want to call it. Many people call it the Black Album, I guess because the album cover is just black with a snake somewhere down here in the corner. Pretty cool. Not their best album cover, but still my favorite album from them. But yeah, favorites on here would be Enter Sandman, Sad But True, The Unforgiven, Wherever I May Roam, Don't Tread on Me, of course, Nothing Else Matters, definitely one of the best ballads, along with The Unforgiven, The God That Failed, and Struggle Within. But yeah, definitely a great album. More commercial, more mainstream than the rest of their stuff, of course. But it's my favorite Metallica album for some reason, and I know it's definitely different because it is mainstream and commercial for Metallica, but still great album and my favorite from them. Now, I'm not saying this is their best stuff, no, but remember, guys, anytime I do these ranking episodes, it's gotta be least favorite to favorite for me because I'm different than others. Because usually when people do rankings for bands or singers, they usually go from worst to best. But in my case, I go with least favorite to favorite. But however, yeah, the Black Album by Metallica is my favorite. So yeah, guys, let me know your ranking. This is my ranking for all 10 studio albums from Metallica. It's been my 14th episode for Metallica. I'm glad to bring you guys this episode. So yeah, let me know your ranking. I'll be glad to know it. Even if it's totally different than mine, very understandable. Perfectly fine with me. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this episode. See y'all next time. Thanks for watching. And yeah, take care and peace.